How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be playing some ranked seasons. If you guys watched the last video, you saw a pretty offensive heavy performance from both sides, and I had to go ahead and use my entire bullpen in that game to try and make the comeback. So in this one, hopefully Madison Bumgarner can have a strong outing on the mound, and hopefully we don't have to use the bullpen as much. However, we will be playing on all-star difficulty, and really the only change to the lineup is Joe Morgan will be returning into the lineup. I've only tried that card out or started him a few times at second base, and I wanted to go right back to him. I know that he's a really good hitter in the game. He has that really good speed and a little bit more power than Roberto Alomar. So here he is in his return to the lineup. It's not necessarily his debut, but I have used him a few times. I've used him off the bench as well. But anyway, he flies out to right field. I felt like I was on that one, as you guys can see from the feedback here. It was thrown 91. I hit it 84. Good, okay. And so far, a couple of good squared up hits. Not necessarily the greatest contact. Not necessarily good squared up feedback. But two line drives, two solid hits that resulted in outs so far. So flew out there with Willie Mays, and that wasn't the greatest swing. I was definitely a little bit late on that one. But looking to get something going here with Madison Bumgarner. In my opinion, I think he's one of the best pitchers in the game. I think that he is top 5 on the harder difficulties in the game. I don't know necessarily about All-Star. That goes for just about every pitcher, though. I try and talk a little bit about that in each and every video. Since the recent patches, I really think that All-Star is very challenging. I think it's a lot of fun to play, but at times you can really score a lot of runs. In other situations, not that many runs will be scored. So it's kind of hit or miss. At the same time, we are playing at Yankee Stadium, so it's a major league field. And so far, the good swings I've had have not resulted in hits. They just resulted in lineouts. We don't have any hits up until this point. And this was probably a worse swing than the Ted Williams one, but had a better chance to get a hit on that one as it almost gets through the left side. But anyway, Lou Gehrig up at the plate. This Cole Hamels is also a really good pitcher. I've used him a few times against some really good opponents, as well as people I matched up with in ranked seasons. But definitely a good pitcher. Very similar to the Madison Bumgarner, I think, if you're looking for more of a budget player, a player that was pretty much free along the way throughout the programs and stuff like that. But I think that Cole Hamels is pretty good. He does have a pretty deceptive motion where he kind of whips his arm through, and I'll talk a little bit about it when he's on the mound again. But we're in a situation here where he's able to get a leadoff base hit from Frank Thomas. I went with the cutter inside. He pulled it through the left side. Now we were facing Ted Williams. Go with the fastball up and in. He wasn't really on that pitch so far throughout this game. I tried to mix it in every now and then, but he was definitely waiting for that cutter. So kind of interesting. He wasn't on the four seam, but the cutter, he was all over it at this point. Hit one earlier in the game for a base knock, has one in this inning, and I'm surprised that Chipper Jones didn't make that last play. He gets a nice late base hit here, and that's not going to allow him to score a run, but it does allow him to get the bases loaded with the bottom of his order coming up. If I was able to get that out, I would have been able to walk Gary Carter, not have to worry about him, and go ahead and face the pitcher. But in this situation, he is going to get a sac fly, so it's very important when you get towards the bottom of the lineup, especially with 1 out, 2 outs, to get those last few batters out, because I would have been able to pitch to the pitcher with the bases loaded if I was able to get one of those outs. Anyway, we're down a run in this game, facing Cole Hamels. Still don't have any hits in this one. He's throwing a perfect game, but we're only a few innings in. The thing that matters most is the confidence on Cole Hamels' individual pitches. If I continue to hit the ball hard, and when I do, it results in an out, then the confidence for each of his pitches are going to go up. That's going to end up giving him the gold bar of confidence if I don't figure it out at the plate and get something going. This opponent, though, is going to start this inning off with a double. However, I was really surprised that Ted Williams got the turbo boost there, kind of a speed boost out in left field, and he actually makes the play. So I thought it was going to be a leadoff double. That kind of changes the entire inning there as Ted Williams tracks that one down. But we're facing Bo Bichette, who already has a single in the game. This card absolutely destroys lefties. I'm trying to get him to chase. I'm trying to throw it up in the zone, get him to chase a pitch, and we end up getting the strike 3 looking there. So kind of an interesting location. I felt like I had feedback there for that one to be a ball, but got bailed out and got lucky that it didn't even swing at it. So we get a line out to end the inning. This opponent has been squaring up the ball consistently as well. and only has a few hits in the game, only 1 run. We don't have any hits still in this. It's in the top of the 4th inning. 27 pitches from Cole Hamels, and I'm just barely missing some of these pitches. I'm not quite getting the barrel of the bat to some of these, and when I am, I'm hitting it right to his fielders, hard ground balls or line drives to the outfielders. Just like that, I missed that one. I was trying to sit back on that cutter up and away, but I just dropped the PCI a little bit and popped it up to the infield. Same type of thing here with Willie Mays. That was a fastball over the middle of the plate, something that I need to do damage with, and I dropped the PCI once again. So sometimes that can happen. At this moment in time, I'm getting no hits still. Don't have any hits throughout 4 innings, and don't have any base runners either. So he has retired the first 12 batters. That's not good for the confidence. I need to get something going, and anytime I do get a base runner, I have to capitalize and score, or else that confidence meter is going to go up even more. If he is able to get some guys on base and get out of the jam, then that's going to help his confidence as well, just as a regular pitcher would be in a real game. So it's kind of interesting how the confidence works in this game. It is a little bit overpowered, but at times like this, I really pay attention to it as much as possible. There we get a leadoff walk, so there goes the perfect game. The announcer said it right there, and we have an opportunity here, so I need to capitalize. We got gifted a base runner, and now we got 1 pitch over the middle of the plate. That results in a base hit. The first one that I hit well, good, that resulted up the middle. But very next batter, first pitch swinging. Lou Gehrig sends that one into the gap, and we should be able to take the lead. Just like that, 1 swing of the bat, we take the lead. Chipper Jones is coming around to score, and Lou Gehrig might get back picked. I have no idea why I'm unable to send one of the runners home and try and keep the guy at second base. I'm using my directional pad as well as the buttons to send the runners, but sometimes it just doesn't work out in my favor, and they advance anyway. I don't really know what causes that, but we get another run there as Griffey sends one up the middle after we move him over to second base. Honus Wagner bloops one into center for another RBI single. I was definitely underneath that, and I could have probably went to second base as he had a throw cancel there, but I wasn't expecting that. I figured I would just go with a nice hit and run with Joe Morgan up and Honus on first, but it didn't work out. I hit the ball right to where he was running, and probably would have been a base hit up the middle, depending on if the second baseman was able to make the play, if I wasn't stealing in that situation. But nonetheless, we kind of break the game open a little bit. It's only a 3-run lead, though, on All-Star difficulty. I don't think any lead is safe, especially 3 runs where anytime the opponent gets a couple base hits, 1 home run ties the game up or puts him right back in it. I gave up a base hit to the pitcher in that situation, so earlier I mentioned I wanted to try and face the pitcher with the bases loaded. Well, the pitcher kind of got a rally going in this inning, and now he's 1 swing away from making this a ball game. Just like I mentioned, 1 swing of the bat ties the game up. He has Bo Bichette up at the plate. 2-1 count. I'm going with the cutter inside, something that he was waiting on earlier in the game. It wasn't really the best feedback, but it was an accidental good pitch, and we get out of the inning there, get out of the jam, and that's going to be big as we move later on into this game, as we try and keep a low pitch count with Madison Bumgarner. I'm trying not to use my bullpen, as they're pretty gassed from the previous ranked seasons game that I played. I'm looking to try and break this game open at the plate, get something going, so that way I can leave in Bumgarner towards the 8th inning of this game. I think that that's most important. He's at a good pitch count. As long as I don't give up anything to these big righties here, as Frank Thomas smacks a home run, see if Ted Williams can time this one and rob it, or at least keep it in the yard. He does not. That's going to be a solo shot, and now we're facing a couple lefties here, and we're able to get out of the inning. So that's very important. Ted Williams catches the ball from Ted Williams there, and now we are 1 out away from getting out of this inning. 60 pitches from Bumgarner. I'm really looking to try and get something going at the plate. I need to continue to score the ball up like I did in the most recent innings when I was able to score a couple of runs. Haven't really been able to get anything going since then, but a nice base hit from Lou Gehrig will try and get something going, start something up with some runners, and have the bottom of the lineup coming up. We will go ahead and go to a pinch hitter in this situation because we have a couple guys in scoring position, or a chance to break the game open even more and score a few runs here. If I didn't have an opportunity, then I probably would not go ahead and pinch hit for my pitcher. I would just leave in Bumgarner. He's also a really good hitter. Unfortunately there with Griffey, we lined out, but brought in Frank Thomas, and I felt like I got this one. I was waiting for that pitch inside, and nonetheless, probably off the handle of the bat and didn't get the exit velocity I was looking for, didn't get the no doubt animation, and it resulted in a fly ball. But we still have an opportunity to score some runs here. I missed that one with Honus Wagner. I was waiting for a pitch inside. I still swung a little bit late and kind of dropped the PCI there as I didn't barrel it up. But top of the 8th inning, I was able to kind of settle down with my bullpen. He goes with Raleigh Fingers out of the bullpen himself, and we go deep there with Willie Mays. That is going to be the best hit of the game so far. Good squared up, finally resulted in a line drive home run, a fork ball low in the zone, and he actually quit out of that one. So we moved back into the DS division, hopefully playing on Hall of Fame in the next game. But thank you all for watching. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.